Alright guys, so 3.12 has gone live. I have a side-splitting headache. I'm going to go and do this video and just go and lay down and watch more TV for the day. It's been a killer. I've got migraines. But let's knock out these patch notes. And apart from the patch notes, we also do know known issues as well. So let's just jump straight into it and let's just rattle these off. So database reset is yes. Long time persistence is enabled. Starting credit UEC is 20,000. Now this is for the live build, right? It hasn't gone live yet, but it will be over the next anywhere from 15 minutes to 2 hours, depending on which source you believe. Known issues. When logging into the terminals at PDTs, they can display incorrect commodity information and prevent sales. Workaround. Try another tied terminal at a different location, test relogging, and try again. Espera Tower will have power issues with normal use in gravity. Workaround, don't go full throttle immediately after takeoff. Give the power plant time to build up. Players can spawn falling through the planet upon login. Visiting location from fresh boot will cause the player to spawn on the surface of Hurston. Ship canopy may open and close without user input. It's possible to have player timeout trying to log in. Some clients are not receiving full members list in global channel. Players' eyes are extra reflective in the video. Select CRU. Series station external elevators are missing, which is crew L1 and L5. The shopkeepers of both live fire weapons and gravity defense stand away from their desks. Being arrested with both utility slots occupied causes the player to respawn in prison with a broken multi-tool. Players may see duplicate general chat channels in their mobiGlass. So, new features. Location. Ship station refinery decks. My little ferret thing's not working, but anyway. Dedicated areas and the rest stops that allow players to sell unrefined materials, drop off mine materials to be refined, or buy or rent mining equipment and ships. Now, these kiosks have been placed in the refinery decks that allow players to take their raw mixed ore from their mining ship and refine it. The player can use these kiosks to create multiple refining jobs, which are persistent and completed over a period of time. Based on the quality and complexity, to create a refined ore is more valuable than unrefined. There are different kinds of refining processes which produce different percentage of yields, depending on the type of resource being refined. Additionally, different refineries may have different proficiencies. One or multiple jobs are completed, the player can collect the refinery materials into a ship with a cargo capacity and sell it at the commodity kiosks, which most goods sellable at major city ports. Now that we have a specific location where a refinery takes place in the verse, most mineable transactions have been moved there. You can still sell unrefined ore at these locations or choose to refine them. Levski will also purchase unrefined materials. So they've also updated spacescaping Langaran points. Updating, that one. Updating all extra planetary points, including the PU with the improved visuals and first gas cloud implementation.
God, man.
Shut up. Reputation T1. The system will introduce the first foundation systems of reputation added to the game, tracking players' relationship with various entities such as NPCs and organizations. This reputation is now stored in long-term persistence, so it remains through database wipes and character resets. Current reputation levels with an NPC or organization are only seen through different dialogues or access to higher paying missions. We are working on adding a function to improve player visibility of reputation in a future update. Mission giver. Look, we're not going to go through and read all this. So they've got mission giver reputation. They've got bounty and assassination missions. Many of the bounty and assassination missions have been updated to use the new reputation system. We've got weapon zeroing, which is the system provides the player with way to change their zeroing on their weapon sights. We also got the multi-tool tractor beam implementation T0. Initial implementation of a tractor beam the device that attaches onto a multi-tool that allows players to control an object to a small distance without physical contact. Its primary use is quick removal of small cargo and other physically based objects in gravity and 0G. Ship entry identification. This feature adds dynamic AR markers onto the player's display in which close proximity to your vehicle aid in entry. These contextually change depending on whether the vehicle was landed or in space. You can turn these off or disable them in the settings. Ship thruster wind volumes, which I have not seen a lot of people talk about, actually, to be honest. But I have seen it actually work. So ship thrusters now create wind volumes when in use that will interact and blow away physically based objects, ships, and players. So if you stand behind a ship and someone puts this pedal to the metal, you will go flying backwards. And I've actually seen that work too. It's actually quite impressive. Ship and vehicles, there's the new Talon, the new Talon Strike. Weapons and items, we have the new FPS Gemini A03 sniper rifle and the Bearing F79 LMG. For locations, the standard system planetary improvements. We also have the elevator panel updates, restricted area rework for Area 18 and Lawville. So basically this is the removal of the landing splines at Area 18 and Lawville. They've added platinum bays on the Moon Keo. They've also added for gameplay a mining UI refactor, which looks absolutely freaking amazing. Rebalance pass on minables, miner lasers and consumables. They've also done a wheel vehicle aim improvements. The countermeasures version 1.1. Torpedo attack counterbalance and behavior. So they've rebalanced the size 9 torpedoes. Head tracking update. So they've added for the ability to, for players, added additions and updates to fix head tracking to help increase usability of players. They've added support for the Tobin head eye tracking software for 4C and for version 5. Small ships input quality of life improvements. So they've moved vehicle exit actions to delay press. So 250 milliseconds. I believe that's with Y, holding Y. I think you have to hold Y now to get out of the seat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Added game setting option to switch exit seat actions as hold versus immediately press when in a turret pilot seat. Move vehicle eject to right Alt plus Y and resorted LIFC movement. Actions fixed a couple of problems with the smart toggle treatment, various improvements. EVA binding and control quality of life. So they've added roll inversion, removed strafe inversion settings from the mouse and keyboard, removed unused pitch actions in EVA, look ahead and target tracking changes. So they've made a few changes to how this is handled. We've separated head tracking out to a weak version and a strong version. The weak version is now part of the normal look head process and does not produce a very strong movement to help keep the target in view. Ordnance replenish. They've updated pricing of Cryastra shops. Do keep in mind now, guys, it will cost you more to buy missiles, countermeasures, bullets, etc. Yeah, notice that too. Fuel especially too. Especially if you want
Have fun, guys. You are all going to go broke when 3.12 goes out.
Well, I don't know about broke, but it's definitely going to cost you more, that's for sure. Like, for me to refuel the Mercury, now, obviously, the Mercury did get a fuel tank size upgrade, which I believe is mentioned further. It was like $4,000.
All I can say is warm up those moles and your prospectors. You are definitely going to need them.
Yeah. So they've updated the Constellation series, handling and durability, temporary rebalance to distortion weapons, pending more extensive update later. They've adjusted the all-round turrets to have a higher signature for faster player detection. They've added axis inversions for EVA strafe exits, IFC-related velocity limits, and IFC-relative acceleration limits. They added a button to reset the velocity limit to SCM speed. Space brake is now an axis to allow for variable analog braking. Updated types of ships that the UE security can spawn. Added a new non-directional shield hit communications in the ship's computers. Added added SFX ducking when personal inner thought is open, and added an Origin 100i series ship stealers to the PU. Now for ships and vehicles, they've gone through and they've increased the hydrogen fuel tank size on the Nomad, increased the hydrogen fuel tank size on the Star Runner, brought the Star Runner hull strength more in line with the ships in its class, so it's dropped by about 30%, I believe. Reduced verbosity of some ships' computers' notifications, increased gloss amount on the Hammerhead hull. They've increased thrusters and roll speed for the Drake Herald, and weapons and items, they have a balance pass on all LMG FPS weapons, damage, recoil, and bullet spread. Now, there are some major bug fixes. There are some major bugs. And we will... Okay, so we'll read those out. Then we'll get to this article, which is known issues. So we'll do both these at once. So, pitch ladder should no longer display when sitting in the non-pilot seat. Fixed an issue where a decoupled space brake causes the velocity vector to change. Weapon effects should now play correctly when a vehicle weapons are fired. Ships land at New Babbage and Lawville should now be able to be stored. Fixed an issue that could cause rest stop elevators to duplicate, making them inaccessible. Night Runner, Star Runner paint should now correctly change the color of the cockpit glass. Characters' hands will no longer turn the flight stick wheel in opposite direction to the input. FX fixed an issue that causes weapons to twitch and move on a player when switching to third-person camera. Whether VFX should no longer be seen on visor when the player goes up into the atmosphere. Atmospheric stairs in New Babbage. Okay. Fixed an issue causing a missile launcher to not let players equip a fresh magazine. Nomad self-destruct audio will no longer stop prematurely when self-destructing the ship. Fixed an issue causing windows and glass displays in Lawville to become blurry when the player is not close to them. Fixed multiple missing building geometry assets while in transit to the city gates in Lawville. Fixed an issue causing the rock geometry to visually disappear when the player is facing certain direction around Grimhex. Fixed several areas around the edges of the medium-sized hangars in Grimhex that were missing breathable atmosphere. Fixed a section of missing railing on the New Babbage Skybridge. Ships landed at the Platinum Bay landing pad should no longer be displayed as a location unutilized on a vehicle waypoint. Fixed an issue causing some dead zone settings to not save properly. Increased size of the text boxes on the commodity kiosks to fix large number of overlap. The Pirate Gladius variant should no longer be missing the comms menu. Fixed an issue that caused liquid to not appear in drinks in the PU. Players should now see correct costs when expediting the Nomad insurance claim. In fact, the whole insurance system got a rework and people are not going to be happy because things have gone up. Fixed an issue that was causing players to sometimes be able to sell all other player members, to not see all other player party members' markers. Players should now be able to access the main screen on the fine terminals when clicking into the login user button. Fixed an issue causing Arena Commander and Star Marine matches to not cycle the next game at the end of the match. They have fixed 7 client crashes and 5 server crashes. So, there are some known issues in regards to, obviously, this patch. And it's not a lot, but there's a bit, but we'll get into it. So below are some of the issues and bugs that we are aware of with the Star Citizen 3.12x. We are still actively working to address the issue fully, and an issue council report on the problems are greatly appreciated. So just because it's go live, guys, does not necessarily mean they're not going to be rolling out hotfix patches or anything like that. So please keep reporting to issue council. We're aware of a login player spawning bug that many present itself with the following symptoms. The player can spawn and fall through the planet on login. Using the visit location option from Fresh Start may cause the player to spawn on the surface of Hurston. We are actively working on a fix to address these issues. In the meantime, should you encounter the situation, we recommend respawning again to continue. So, trade terminals display incorrect information. When logging into a terminal at a Trade and Development Division, TDD, Locations, the information displayed may be incorrect, which can prevent sale. If this is encountered, try one or both of the following workaround issues. Go to another TDD and try a different trade terminal, or fully exit, relogging into the game before trying the trade terminals again. Materials not selected for refinement are lost. Now, this is a big bug. When the refining ore has been gathered, any leftovers that are not put through the refining process are lost. There is no message alerting players that this will occur. While this is intended that ores are not put through the refining process is removed, it is not intended for there to be no warning about it. This mission warning message will be implemented in the next patch. So that was something that they intended. That's weird. Esperantallan power issues. When the piloting the Esperantalla talent in places where there is gravity, player may encounter some troubles with power systems. To combat this, powering up the ship, give the power plant within the ship time to build up before going full throttle into the stars or sky. So character equipment loadouts are not saving changes. This is a fail-safe put in place to prevent characters' mobiGlass from vanishing. If you're encountering this problem, that means there's safety measures that we have added to keep your character in a playable state. The loss of the mobiGlass will mean that your character cannot function in most parts of the game. If you encounter this issue, we recommend that you restart your game client. So, mobiGlass is missing or non-functional. Entering a character customization, changing your character gender, appearance, and attributes a few times may cause these issues. After changing your... Sorry?
They just pushed it.
Oh, well, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm still downloading it, so that's cool. So, after changing your appearance into the public universe, if not resolved, please try customize again. Duplicate general chat channels in the mobiGlass. A fix for this issue has already been found and will be implemented in a future patch. Until then, the channel should still work as normal if this occurs. And loadout service issues. We're aware of actively investigating an issue impacting some loadout services. This may manifest through a range of symptoms such as difficulty with pretending on an insurance claim, difficulties in accessing or saving changes through the vehicle loadout menu, or errors connecting to the loadout. When you have a moment, please consider heading to the Issue Council to add information to these reports to help us track down the root of these problems. So it sounds like they don't have a lot of idea why that's happening, so they want more information about that. Okay, so that's the patch. That's the hey, my little raccoon just started working. That's the patch notes and the known issues. Fez, general feelings about this patch? What are your thoughts? What are your opinions?
I am happy that it's finally happening.
Mm. It's a pretty good patch, I'd say. I'm pretty happy with the patch in general. Are you? Or?
If the servers were like how they were last night, then they could be tolerable.
Mm-hmm.
And if this like hotfix for the server loading in an environment that works, then 3.12 will be one of the best patches. One of the best pre-Christmas patches that I've seen.
I would say it's probably the best patch for the year, actually. But keep going.
Yeah, because the one that I came into was 3.7 or 3. Yeah,
3.8, I think. Yeah, because
3.8 of
10,
last
11,
year.
12. Yeah,
and that was a terrible last year. That was a absolute dumpster fire.
CIG have a bit of a problem with pushing in patches. And obviously them going and being ready for Christmas because there is that hard deadline, obviously. So, at the end of the day, they've got that hard deadline that they've got to meet. whether the patch is ready or not. So that sort of causes problems. But yeah.
And so far, the one thing that I like about the patch notes is they did a balancing a pass on the freaking the LMGs.
Hmm.
So hopefully the FS-9 it isn't the bucking like a Bronco.
Yeah, and they said they reworked them all, so it'd be interesting to go through and get a whole bunch of LMGs and just see how they go. I played around with a couple of them and they were pretty good.
There's only three.
Yeah, so yeah, I think I had the new one actually. Um, I think it's more than three, but regardless. Also keep in mind too, guys. The Idris will actually spawn into this level. There's two ways to fight an Idris. One is become a criminal and basically just pick on a station. And if your crime stat gets to level 5, I think it is, the Idris will spawn within 5 or 10 minutes normally, I believe. Or the other way is you can actually go and do the bounty hunter, be a bounty hunter, and actually get that bounty hunting mission.
That's not in the first wave.
I heard it is.
That's in a sub patch for 3.12 point whenever.
It was in the patch notes for the past few patches. It's saying that was in there.
It's not. Because
Are you
where
sure?
does it? Can you find it in the patch notes for the live right now? If it's not in here, then it's not in 3.12.
So there's no mention of the Idris at all, to be honest.
So far, the only way to get the Idris on the server is getting a crime stat and having a more than 5 people with a crime stat around a station at the same time. That is considered a increased level of heat, and then that will spawn in the Idris to help fight off the crime.
I am telling
That's
you now,
around.
the Arlington Mission is in this. This has been in previous patches. I guarantee you, it's been in there. I know for a fact it's been in there. I've made references to it. Let me see.
I'm telling you, it's not, because if it is, people would have been, they would have been all over that in the PTU.
Well, this is the thing. Most people don't read patch notes.
Unfortunately, you're right. Most people don't read patch notes.
Yeah, no.
But
most people realize that you can spawn it by just hanging around the station and just blowing up the station or taking shots at the station. So a lot of people just actually went through and just did that. But I am telling you, the Arlington Mission, from what I've seen in patch notes, it is actually in this patch.
I'm telling you it's not, because it's still not even on
I'm searching through the patch notes now to find it. Fixed an issue causing the Idris to spawn. I think that was the eye patch. So this is the thing, the Idris isn't even mentioned in the patch live for life. So maybe they don't refer to it as the Idris. How's the Trying to find.
I take back everything I said.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube just dropped a video,
Mm-hmm.
and it's from CIG called Attack on Stanton.
Alright, yep. So,
Sending you the link now. So I take back everything I said. Happy ferret noises. Idris.
yeah, I knew the Arlington Mission's in there. Board Gamers also made reference to it as well. But him and I seem to be the only
Oh
ones.
my god, this looks amazing!
Alright. Should we watch this in this video or just do a new video?
Yes. It's basically the video for 3.12.
Alright guys, we're going to actually watch this video. And let's see.
People of Stanton.
I think there's something.
Be ready.
Yeah, so I know the Arlington Mission's been in there. It's been in there for the whole patch, but no one's really gone through and done it because, well, to be honest, it's more fun to blow up the space station than it is to actually go through and do the mission. It says more about CIG's player base than, anyway. But yeah, but as for that, look, at the end of the day, guys, I like this patch. I really, really do. Obviously, I want to try and spawn the Idris, and do the bounties and get to that point so that we can obviously go through and blow it up. I want to see how big badass this thing is. But at the end of the day, yeah. Apart from that, is there anything else really that you can think of? Or
Idris.
Just Idris. Apart from that, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. We are obviously waiting for Star Citizen Live. Inside Star Citizen to come out today. We have watched Reunion, and it was okay. It was good. I would have liked it to be longer, but that said, I liked it. I thought you thought it was pretty good. Did you? Similar thing. I think
Yes.
it was just short, but could have been longer, but it was good.
It was decent. I mean, I've seen better videos from other games, but it's not bad.
Well, it's basically just an ad for the Mercury Star Runner.
Yeah, it basically is.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, also, we do actually get a look at the Banyu. We actually get to see Banyu and what they look like in-game. I can actually probably just go through and bring that up real quick. We go to this, go to videos, Reunion, skip to about there. And
Dig in.
there we are. So what you see on the screen is actually the head of the Banyu. They look very blue. I'm thinking I'm a blue dabba dibba la da dabba dibba la da. Okay, I promise I won't sing anymore. But yeah, at the end of the day, they look pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing the Banyu in full game. But But apart from that, yeah, I like 3.12. I think 3.12 is going to be a lot of fun. I don't know if it's going to last us 3 months. We do need more gameplay, but that will be
just just a bit of like heads up. They also dropped the Talons for the on the page. Also a Talon skin pack too.
Oh, okay. Is that on the Robert Space Industries website?
Yep, main page.
Alright, cool. Is that where you can buy them? Is it like you buy the Talon and stuff? Yeah. Well, it is the 3.12 shop. So.
We don't know.
Well, it came out for 3.12.
Sorry. And also, you could get the Tavaran's the Davis armor.
Oh, the bird armor
as well. Yeah.
Cool. Let me just quickly. What's the prices like for
the skins or the ships?
For both, I suppose.
The skin right now is $765 United States dollars for a pack of 2. And if you wanted to buy them separately, they are $4.50 United States dollars. And for the ships, the Talon and the Talon War Bond is 100, Shrike is 100.
That's not bad.
And for the credit, it's 115 for both versions.
The Talon's probably worth it for $100, especially for War Bond.
Now let's check out is the armor in? Indeed it is. Oh wow, that is quite a hefty fee for just the armor. It's gonna cost you $10 for just the armor.
That's not too bad.
No, but still, it's kind of though.
My internet's slow because I'm downloading the new patch. Alright guys, but yeah, let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. What are your thoughts on the Talon? Do you reckon it's worth $100? Or the Shrike's worth $100 if you do the War Bond? I personally do. I think it is. And you can always use it for an upgrade later. Is it CCU? Is it like lifetime insurance? Or is it like, what's the months like?
Let's check the Talon. The credit version is only 6 months, and the War Bond's only 6 months.
Ugh, don't bother. Don't bother using it for a CCU then. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, we will see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Maybe see what's happening. Hopefully I won't have a side-splitting headache. But have a great night. Enjoy yourself, guys. Fez's, obviously, details for his Twitch will be in the description below. Are you going to be streaming later today? Or
I probably will, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For 3.12?
So. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can shake this headache, but if not, I might be taking the day off. But guys, apart from that, have a great night. Enjoy, and we'll see you in the universe.